everyone, and welcome to Burn Pilates. My name is Lydia, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a mat flow class where we're going to be using a set of light handheld weights along with a Pilates mini stability ball. I'm using 3-pound weights for my choice today. I don't suggest going heavier than 5 pounds. And of course, make the best choices for you, your body, and how it's feeling today. We're going to come down to the mat. Just make sure that both of your weights are on either side of your mat, ready, set up, easy for you to find. When you roll onto your back, keep your mini stability ball with you. We're going to start with the ball right underneath the arches of the feet. You want to find your neutral pelvis with your legs together, arms down at your sides, collarbones wide. Just starting by becoming present in your mat, opening up through your collarbones, making sure that your weights are just outside of your mat, close enough that you can grab but not in your way. You want your feet articulated on the ball, fully connecting with your toes, your arches, your heels, just like your feet are on a foot bar. Your knees are pressed into center and you're engaging through your inner thighs, starting to breathe in through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Feel the activation through your calves and hamstrings by just activating your feet, rounding them into the ball. Start to become present with how your hips are, and inhale, allow your tailbone to get heavy. And on your exhale, knit your ribs together, activate through your obliques, all the way through your transverse, imprinting your lower back into your mat. Deep breath in. Neutral pelvis, light little lumbar space exists. And exhale, belly contracts, imprint spine. Stretch your arms further away so the shoulders are fully lengthened away from your ears, and breathe one more time through neutral and exhale, finding your imprint. Connect into a neutral pelvis, abdominals still activated, tailbone staying heavy, ribs knitted in together, and reach your legs all the way out, extending long, finding the connection of the ball as you stretch and as you bend. Pressing your feet, ankles, calves down into the ball while pulling up through your inner thighs, quads, and hamstrings. Stretch and bend. Start to get comfortable with the feeling of pressing your legs down even more as you roll in. Maybe the heels come off the ball to give you a bit more range. Ribs heavy through the back and knitted together through the front will help you find more core stability right through your entire torso. Feel your back in the mat. Inhale for 2 and exhale, bend. Go for a last one, fully stretch on out. And as you bend in, stop your feet right where you have them fully articulated in that length over your ball. Breathe in and stabilize your shoulders down into your mat, and on your exhale, press your feet as hard as you can down through the ball. Remaining in neutral pelvis, start to lift and float your hips up off the ground and mat. Shoulders widening, arms pressing. No arch in your back, just a long diagonal where you're hovering your hips, keeping your inner thighs glued. Breathe in and tap your tailbone down. Feel where the weight releases to your calves and hamstrings. And exhale, press your feet down, lift. We're activating through the feet, all the way up through the calves and hamstrings to get the posterior chain engaged though. You want to feel that the feet are active. You're pushing them down into the ball. Now start to feel where your upper back and shoulders and arms are helping you stabilize as you lift and lower for 2. Squeeze your glutes. Engage your entire lower body for a last one here, lowering down as you breathe in. Exhale, stretch your legs, thighs, nod your chin up as you glide your fingertips along the floor. Extend your arms back and just knit your hands right behind the nape of your neck. elbows softly closed. As you lower down, you're going to bend your knees, open up through your chest, and on your exhale, stretch on up, nod thoracic curl. Feel where your rib cage is extending out and where you're maintaining that length as you glide legs all the way out. So there's a lot of work happening in contracting the muscles in a symbiotic way, a way of connecting length with your contractions. The abs are long, the legs bend, and as the legs stretch, the abs get shorter. So working the oppositions. Feel that reach out through your elbows, backs of arms. Exhale as you slightly curl in. Let's go for a last set of 2. Keep stretching your legs down into the ball. Squeeze up through your inner thighs, engage your pelvic floor. And last one. From here, keep the nod of your sternum and chin drawn in tight, elbows closing all the way in as you breathe in. Exhale, open up wide. Press your legs down into the ball. Inhale and exhale. Last set of 3. Feel this work and how you're engaging through your abs. Chin and sternum are close to one another, but at the same time, you're helping your body by closing your arms, making this little helmet positioning, then opening up, fully winging out. Last one from here, keeping your elbows closed. I want you to bend your knees. Roll your feet up and off. Find a tabletop. You're going to inhale, lower back down. Elbows widen and exhale. Chin to sternum. Nod and lift. Elbows close. Keep your feet a little higher than your kneecaps and fully use that connection that you have of your inner thighs to help engage you through your pelvic floor. Squeeze your legs in. Lower back, press down into the mat as we go for a final set here of 2. Last one. Exhale, nod on up. Look towards your legs, reach your arms all the way out, and from here, we go into 50-100. Breathing in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Choosing your legs if you want them bent, if you want them stretched, if you want them dropped, if you want them externally rotated. We keep breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10. Take one more breath in to hold and stay. Reach your hands around your hamstrings. Press your legs and thighs into your hands and roll all the way up. From here, take your balls between your kneecaps. You're going to sit your hips back. Grab onto your weights, keep your feet glued together through your index toe all the way towards your heels. You're going to bring your arms in, up towards your shoulders. Elbows stay closed and tight. Squeeze the ball, take an inhale. On your exhale, scooping through your lower belly, drawing into a C curve, rolling off the sit bones. Squeeze your ball in tight. Take a full breath in and exhale. Re-scoop up, lengthening ribs all the way up over hips. Squeezing into the ball, take a full breath in, and exhale, scoop. Abs, suction cupping in towards the spine. Roll to your C curve, take an inhale to stay, and exhale, squeeze the ball first, scoop abdominals deeper, and slowly lift and peel up from the C curve. We're gonna add on. Breathe in, exhale, scoop and squeeze. Find a hold, find a stay. Reach your arms and extend all the way out. Pull your elbows all the way in. And as you stretch on up, you're going to extend your arms, lengthening and lifting the shoulders up to the ceiling. Biceps all the way next to temples. Pull down like you're grabbing tension from the ceiling, pulling down, and scoop. Squeeze your ball. Find that imprint spine, stretching your arms all the way out, shoulder height. Deep breath in. Pulling down, scooping deep, stretching out, pulling in. Last time. Reach your arms out, pull all the way in, and as you sit up tall, From here, you're going to place your weights down, keep them close enough to your hips, slide the ball out from your knees and bring it right behind your sacrum. You're going to scoop into your C curve, using the ball now to help keep you stable. Close the legs in tight parallel. We're going to take the weights, bring them all the way back up onto a shoulder height to start, palms to ceiling. Take a full inhale, and on your exhale, open your left arm up. Try to get your left arm completely parallel to your right. Return back to center. Same left arm. Exhale as you twist. You want to work where your legs are helping keep you accountable to hips, staying totally connected. So don't let your legs detach. Keep them squeezed into center so they don't start to ski back and forth. Exhale as you open, widen across the collarbones. Close all the way in. One more time. Deep breath in, to the right. Exhale to open. Keep scooping deeper through the abs, collarbones wide, neck is long, close in. What's great about these exercises is that you can really control how wide and also how heavy you're going with either using weights or no weights, so customizing always as you need for yourself. You can also make this harder and lose the ball if ever you're at the place in an advanced practice to just continue on with a bit more challenge. Taking your arms, close them all the way in towards your shoulders. Take a full breath in, roll your shoulders out, down and back, external rotation. Palms facing forward, knuckles facing back. We breathe in. On our exhale, stretch arms up, biceps next to temples, pull down like you're doing a Pilates chin-up. Stretch, and then pull down, lengthen. Deep breath in, exhale to pull. Leg staying squeeze into center. Go for a lassa here of 3, for 2, 1 more. Lift, exhale, pull down, stretch your arms and lift on up. Take your ball all the way up from your lower lumbar spine, and from here, you're going to bring your ball right between ribs, shoulder blades. Come down and work right away your pelvis to a centered, lightly C-curve position and posture. You're going to extend your legs now all the way out unless you prefer to keep them bent. Take your hands, bring them right behind the nape of your neck one more time. You'll know if you're not in the right position because you'll have too little or too much mobility. As you bring your upper body back, the goal is not to go over top of the ball, but rather stretch out from hips to ribs. Again, we're always cultivating that relationship through our abs. Eyes are to ceiling, you breathe in, you open up to your chest, and on your exhale, closing back up and in, elbows softening in towards that parallel, right in towards the same parallel as your legs. So you're closing your arms as you lift, you're opening up your arms as you lower. Try not to overly arch the back, rather just feel that from ribs up to shoulders is where you're moving in your mobility away. Your tailbone through your lower abs are staying completely connected and pulled up and in. Exhale. When I say pulled up and in, it's the idea of not arching out and letting your lumbar spine be in a place where you're kind of gumbied out, so to speak. We want to find that connectivity and stability, which naturally will cut off mobility. Deep breath in, open. Try to let your neck grow longer and longer. Press your hands into the back of your neck, and now press your head just softly into your hands to find that stretch and decompression of your vertebra. Ooh. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. I am shaking through my abs. Exhale, lift, 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 lift. Last one. I don't know if you can tell ever in my voice. Ooh, when she's working hard, she's a little shaky. This is correct. Ooh, last time, take a full breath, and I added a bonus rep. Exhale, nod on up. Look towards your legs. Reach your arms all the way out. Extend your palms. If you are going into your 100 from this position, the choice of how you work your legs is, again, completely optional. If you're going to work with me, a little harder variation. Let's hover the left leg up off the floor, not higher than your chest height. From here, stretch on out. Deep breath in. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Create a nice fan right next to your thighs and keep drawing that navel in, especially as your ribs are rolling up and off. Switching legs, take a full inhale and right leg hovers. Again, not higher than your chest. Exhale. Deep breath in. Last 20. And exhale. Go for a last set of 10. And exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your leg all the way down and reach your thumbs to ceiling, pinkies to floor. Take one breath as your arms go back. We inhale, circle out, and exhale, scoop. Lift on up, flex your feet, and stretch all the way over like your body's rounding over top of a Swiss ball. Smoothly, when you're ready, unraveling, just making sure you've got your Pilates ball out of the way. Swing your legs around, making your way directly onto all fours. Taking your weight into the back of the left leg to start. You want the weight directly behind your kneecap. Modify and make the right decisions for you as we move here. You're going to bring your elbows and forearms down, setting your hips back, making sure that you've got this feeling of neutral coming from a place where you are able to stick the tailbone back and also where you can have your elbows forward from your shoulders. So notice, we're not in a forearm plank position. We've extended a little bit more length to create length from shoulders to ribs through hips. Working the abs, working the glutes. You're going to lift your left leg up. Keeping your heel close to the butt will help you hold that weight static. From here, I want you to circle your left leg towards your right shin and calf, up and around, keeping the circle very much contained in a little bit more of almost an oval shape. You're making sure your parallel is strong, staying completely square to the floor, circling up and around. Try to feel the circle coming right from your glute, pulling the weight and the weight of your leg up and around. Stretching your forearms forward and hips back. Go for a last set here of 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. Deep breath in and exhale, circle up and around. Whew. Making sure that you're keeping the leg parallel, heel close to butt. You could also flex your foot if ever you were feeling a cramp come into the arch, if you were pointing. Hips staying back, ribs and hips in alignment in parallel. You're not twisting your body, you're just circling and stirring that leg right up through the glute. Let's go for a final set here of 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take your leg, bring it down, keep the weight as is. Take your arms, reach them wide, right across the chest. Neck stretches out, lengthen. You're going to take your left leg, lift it up, and make sure that you're not, again, arching your back in any means. You're keeping your abs engaged by making sure that your spine is in neutral. So squeeze into the glute, keep your hips pulled forward, and from here, go up and down for 10 micropulses. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take your knee all the way down. Bring your weight out, grab your second weight, and step your left foot forward. If you need more support underneath your right knee, roll your mat or grab a cushion. Check that your left heel is forward from your left knee. Pull your left hip back. From here, shoulders roll back and down. You're pressing your right hip forward, engaging through your right glute, pulling your left hip back. So again, there's opposition. Left hip pulls back, right hip pushes forward. From here, take your arms, palms to ceiling, and lift all the way up. You're going to take a bicep curl in towards your shoulders. Breathe in, stretch on out to 95% length, making sure not to lock the elbows, making sure your arms don't do this or this. We want to keep that little soft bend. Collarbones wide. Imagine your upper back is against an imaginary wall and work from this position here. Ribs over hips, again, flexing that right glute, pulling your left hip back. A lot of my cues are to get your whole body working, not just to do one movement for one part, but make one movement work for the whole body. Go for 3. Last set of 2. Finish your last one. Stretch your arms all the way out. Reach your weights down to the floor. Take your hands back down, open your chest, and from here, flex your toes. We're gonna go right away into a tabletop hold. Eyes and neck stay long. Breathe in. On your exhale, press your hips back. Breathe in, lower your knees down. Hover and exhale. Press your hips back. Going right through the pike to your floating tabletop on all fours. Stretch on back, heels to floor. Let's go for another set of 2. Last one, deep breath in and exhale, stretch back. Take your knees all the way to the floor, and from here, releasing your toes, alternating arm and leg, deep breath in, bird to dog, stretching out. We're not taking it to a full bird to dog, we're just going into the opposition of arm and leg, stretching and alternating, reaching out, hips staying stable, fully extend arm and leg together from your core. Get that stretch and feeling of activation to your abs. Butt on, abs forward. Final one. Exhale, stretch, reach, come all the way down. Grab your weight, bring it to the back of your right leg now. You're gonna make sure you've got it in that same position where it's nice and tight and secure. Elbows and forearms come down. You're keeping your knees hip bone width and distance separated. Stretch, hips back, forearms are forward. You're going to lift your right leg up and off. Foot can be flexed or pointed, the weight is tight. We start circling down towards the left calf and shin. And then again, thinking of that oval as you circle up and around, making sure your weight stays back, not forward. Keeping that weight back. Just noticing the difference here on the side. Keep working for total spine support coming from butt and abs. You're keeping your pelvis up by contracting the glute to lift the weight of the leg, and then your abs are maintaining the support so that you don't drop. We're keeping that lift and that length. Always think of how your body is able to work in how you want it to look as it works, if that makes sense. I don't want you to just get stuck on looking at my form, but rather try to feel and find the connection for yourself with your own. Now you're gonna hold your leg right here at the top, and we reverse our circle lower. And the circle is parallel, so you're keeping your knee facing towards the floor, trying to get the full leg to circle up and around through the hip. Whew. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Final set here of 5 and 4, 3, 2, ooh. Last one. Taking your knee down quickly, bring your arms wide. Neck stretching out, take a full breath in. And exhale, we lift. Right leg comes off the floor. Keep your glute engaged, abs pulled up and in, and little pulses here, little jabs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your leg all the way down. Bring your weight to the floor. And from here, you're gonna give yourself a chance to first stretch. If it feels good, to bring your hips all the way up, open through your quads, open through your chest. Or if it feels better to be in a child's pose, do whatever feels good for your upper back, for your spine. When you're ready, you're gonna grab your weights. Again, make sure that your left knee has the support that it needs. If you feel it's too rough to be on the knee on the single layer of your mat, roll it up. Once you're here, you're pulling your right hip back. Knee is away from the ankle and heel. You're gonna drop the weight of your left hip, contract your glute forward, pull the abs in, take your arms, bring them all the way up to shoulder height. Take a full breath in, Collarbones nice and wide, and exhale. We curl in, we stretch out, pushing the wrists down and away like you're moving an object away from you. Make the press out. I'm not even calling a stretch out. It's a push and press out and away. I envision that somebody's holding my wrist and I'm pushing the weight and tension away. So the grip of your hands around your weights is super important because grip can activate different muscles in the forearms, and the triceps, even the biceps and the shoulder. Keep dropping your right hip. Keep stretching your stomach wall, lengthen out. Upper back is against that imaginary wall. We go for 4 and stretch. Last 3 and stretch. 2. Finish your last one here. Breathe in. Exhale, press all the way out. Bring your weights down. Place them on either side of your mat. And from here, you're going to grab your ball, take your legs, bring them all the way back out forward. You're going to have your ball right behind your shoulder blades, right between your shoulder blades where your tailbone can fully drop. The ball should be a little bit higher than our last position that we worked in. That being said, always listen to how you're supporting your body. You can always modify being flat on the floor. You're going to, from here, take your arms, and again, supporting your head and neck if you're in this lifted position with me. Reach your hands, interlace your fingers right behind your nape of the neck, elbows softly close. From here, take your left leg, bring it all the way up forward. You're going to pick up the weight of your right leg. Kneecap is stacked right over top of your hips. Modify with your left leg bent if you need more floor support. Otherwise, keeping the stretch, press your left leg all the way down. Breathe in, and exhale, flex your right leg, kicking your heel up to the ceiling. Breathe into tabletop. Exhale, flex and kick. Get this movement to stretch you from your hamstring, but feel it coming from your abs. You bend like you're moving an object away. You stretch and try to get that heel to work right from your kneecap alignment. Don't let the knee go forward or back. Keep it exactly where it is, and humble yourself, because it is humbling, to where you can stretch to. For 3. Last set of 2. Belly button being drawn in. Exhale, full stretch. You're going to lengthen your left arm all the way out. Point your right toes. And from here, as your right leg lowers, it crosses over top of the ankle of your left leg, and you stretch on up. Your arm is reaching next to your left temple, next to your ear. If you're modifying because your left leg is bent today, stretch it forward and then stretch it all the way up. Otherwise, that little overcross is going to gain more length for you from your hip in this position here with the thoracic curl and the C-spine. Exhale. Last set of 2. You're not throwing your body's weight. You're pressing down, controlling, trying to simulate as much effort and energy because you're using as much energy and effort as possible. From here, take your hand, bring it right back behind the nape of your neck. Keep your right leg lifted and start to circle it right over top of your hip. Don't let your left hip start to move or shift. Keep it stable and make these circles small. You're drawing the size of an orange, a non-GMO orange. For 3, 2, last 1. Opposite way. Keeping the circle going, feeling this work come right up from the hip. We're working all different muscles in our hip and leg today, especially in different positions of being bent or stretched. Try to keep your legs stretched and go for 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Take your knee in towards your chest, and from here, drag your left leg in, right foot to floor, hands behind the hamstrings, lift on up. Take your ball right between the center of your legs. Hands go right next to your hips. We're going to do a reverse bridge 6 times. Feet staying parallel, breathe in. Sit tall, chest lifts, and exhale. Squeeze the ball, lift the hips, and stretch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Take your eyes with you or wherever feels good. For 2. Let's go for a last one. Lower and lift up. Squeeze your ball. Smoothly come down. You're going to take your ball right back behind, shoulder blades right in that same position you had. Again, choose as you need. If you keep your right leg bent or stretched, up to you for where you're at today. Hands reach right around the nape of your neck. Stretching out from here. Left leg lifts to tabletop. Deep breath in. Hips aligned and parallel. Exhale, activate and engage your abs by pressing your right leg firmly down into the floor as you lengthen your left leg up, flex, point, bend. Flex, lift, point, bend. Knees staying stable. Feel the difference on this side. Keep observing how your ribs and hips are in relationship and how and where you can push down into your ground more to give you that work and how you're stabilizing. The floor is a tool and we want to use it. Let's go for a last one here. Stretch and up reach. Extend right arm all the way out, point your toes. And as you reach your right arm next to your temple, bicep next to your ear, you're extending left leg all the way down over top of the right ankle. Breathe in and exhale. Use the floor. Stretch on out. Don't let your upper body start to arch back. Keep everything stable. It's just the arm and leg working away and pulling all the way up. Last set here of 3. For 2. Again, feel tension as you move down and away. Imagine you're working through water. Take that lift. Let's just do one more. Feel it out here. Push down, down, down. Reach back. And exhale, lengthen, lift. Take your left leg in for a bend. Drag your right leg to join. And foot down next door to that right ankle. Lift on up. Take your blue ball. Bring it back between your kneecaps. And a last time, palms facing forward. Reverse bridge. Deep breath in and exhale. We lift. And lower. Open across the chest. Choose where you're taking this with your body. Lift. Try to get the hips to go right up onto that kneecap alignment from the glutes, from the abs. Squeeze your ball. Last time, breathe in and exhale. Lift, lift, lift. Lower, lower, lower. Take your ball out of your thighs, but keep it in your hands. Flex your feet, mat width wide, and rolling your ball forward. Take a stretch without forcing your back to do anything other than feel length come through your vertebra as you stretch your thighs down into the floor. Keep your right hand where it is. Press it down either into your ball or your floor and elevate your left arm up and off. Find a stretch, windshield open. And reach back, extend, and exhale. Get heavy. Left hand on the ball. Flex your feet, press your thighs down. Left hand stays. Open up your right arm. Feel a stretch take you into full length on that diagonal. Extend and reaching your arm back down and around. Press on out. When you're ready, unravel with the ball towards you. Taking your left foot in towards your right inner thigh. Sit up tall. Reach your left arm out and stretch towards your right leg. You can extend your right arm out behind you or next to you. And when you're ready, smoothly coming up and just switching sides. Right foot to the inside of your left inner thigh. Lightly twist to square off towards your left leg. Right arm reaches. Left arm can stretch back. And breathe. Smoothly unravel, coming all the way up. Give yourself a butterfly, feet together, knees open. Press down through the floor. Extend through your back and spine. And bring your eyes to gaze forward. Thank you so much for joining me for this class today. I want to take advantage of this opportunity to welcome you if it was your first time taking class with me. I invite you to ask me any questions, leave any feedback in the comment section below. As you all know, I love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed yet for weekly classes that you can curate for a personalized practice in your week, subscribe to Burn Pilates and join me weekly for classes that range from mat work to standing work to reformer inspired and everything in between, giving you a Pilates methodology training for mobility, stability, and flexibility. I look forward to seeing you at the next class, and I wish you an awesome morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Guys, I'll see you at the next burn.